Good day everyone. So how do you deliver a casual experience while still appealing to like a hardcore audience? Well, this is something that we might call a progression lane system, and it's a very simple idea. Basically, there is a certain amount of rewards in the game, in this case Primo Gems and Genshin Impact, and there are obviously different ways of getting those Primo Gems, so you might play the Spiral Abyss. What the progression lane sort of system says is, well, that same reward can be achievable by doing other things. So let's say someone goes and does a bunch of things in their teapot, they could every 2 weeks get the same amount that someone else would get if that person would instead clear the Spiral Abyss. So the idea here is that there are multiple systems or ways in which you can progress on your account, but ultimately the total reward that is still available and up for grabs for everyone is still the same. In this case, you don't need, for instance, to go even to the Spiral Abyss to get your 600 Primo Gems every 2 weeks. And what's beautiful about a system like this is that we have then a way to reward people that love customization, people that love, let's say, exploration, people that love combat, that are like more like achievers, like me, that love playing the Spiral Abyss. And I think it's just a much more natural way of getting at it, because Genshin Impact tries to appeal to a broad audience. We have different types of mini games, rhythm games, hide and seek, and to be quite honest, sometimes not everyone enjoys all of these things, and in a certain sense, I've certainly been there. You get one event that comes out, you don't really like what this event's all about, and you kind of procrastinate until there's like one day left, and now you get a bit of anxiety because you have to play this, because there's no other ways of getting that reward except listening to like hours of NPC dialogue that I don't care about. And if it were a combat event instead, I would have just enjoyed it like so much more. And hence a progression lane system like this can actually tell you, look, there is only so much time that you as a player have, and we respect it. So what we'll do is we'll put out a bunch of events, a bunch of mini games, combat events during a certain phase in Genshin or a certain patch like 3.2. And what's going to happen is there's going to be a total cap on the amount of rewards that you can get, but you can get them from any one of these events during the course. In other words, let's say you did miss out on an event, you are still eligible by, let's say, completing another event to redeem certain items from a global event shop. So this is something that I think would be like really cool. Let's say a version limited like shop. So I play events, I get tokens from those events, and then I go to a shop and I redeem those tokens. I think this is just a much better way, because for some of us, honestly, a combat is our lifeblood, and I know people get anxious when they look at and see me running in the background with C6 R5 characters in some cases, and it makes them anxious. They're like, well, I don't like this. Other people have said the exact opposite to me. They've said, please don't do F2P content, because I'm going to feel bad that my own F2P teams can't do as you sort of do it. There's like so many different opinions about all of these things, and I feel like, well, what I would love is optionality, giving players the agency to choose the combat and the systems that they love, that give them the least amount of anxiety, and hence we won't be stuck in this debate of like casual versus hardcore, whatever. You can just say, look, I'm a Genshin Impact like casual event player, I don't care for the Spiral Abyss, and that'll be fine. I'll perfectly respect it. And in the same way, if someone can respect me being a hardcore combat player, that'll be really awesome. And a system like this, yeah, definitely solves it. Alright, time for a YouTube thumbnail, and let's see if we can get it with Yelon. And we're gonna pose, and there we go. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Cheers.